Oh, Hannes, we are family. I got all my sisters and brothers and me. We are family. You get up, everybody, and dance. We are family. You know why? Because I said so. Okay. First off, I'm going to say today is the day that the Lord has made. Okay. I didn't go to the gym today. I had a doctor's appointment. I did a short. And I said, let me come on here and chat it up a little bit. I've been drinking so much water. Make sure the volume's up. Okay, it's up. So today is the day I typically go to the gym. I didn't go to the gym today. I had a doctor's appointment. I had to go to get a mammogram. Now, this is the thing. I talk about awareness all the time. Okay. And I'm the type of person, I understand each month has something to be aware about, or awareness month, or a month of something to be aware about, however you want to say it. October is breast cancer awareness and domestic violence. And I heard it was something else, but I know those two for sure. One's pink for breast cancer, purple for domestic violence. I love purple too. I have a lot of purple, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to put everything in my life purple. So I went there, did a short, just showing the machine. Went to my doctor's appointment, and I was at the wrong place. Luckily, the place I was supposed to be at is right next door. Now I'm sitting up here talking to the lady. I said, you know what? Since I'm here, I need to reschedule because I have been there before. Okay. And I said, does that make any sense? Just carry yourself next door. So I walk next door. And you know, when you get a mammogram, they have the 3Ds, right? Same with if you do an ultrasound for a baby, right? I went back there. First off, I went up there and told her my name. She told me to sit over here and they're going to call me from this side. So I went and sat. I probably went sitting down for 5 minutes, got up, called my name, went back there, you know, the whole there, whoever knows. But if you don't, you know, you're getting your boobies checked. Men and women. It ain't just no woman's thing, men's too. Men's have chests, but they still have breasts. Theirs is just flatter. We have boobies, breast, okay? And anymore, everybody needs to be aware about uh, their body parts, okay? Don't ignore anything. I get my mammogram yearly. I'm not ashamed to tell nobody. See, this is a topic, like I said, I have a lot of discussions and things that I can bring up about me. And I go faithfully. And reason being is because I have had some issues in the past when I was younger. Y'all know me and these lip gloss. I don't like my lips look all crusty and stuff. Okay. And so, okay, that looks a little bit presentable, y'all. Because I was eating something, you know how that be. So when I was young, I had to be 12 to 13 years of age. I had went to my mom, honey, I'm just keeping it real. And so I had an issue with that. I've had operations and stuff like that, biopsies and stuff like that. And for the longest, I used to be so freaking afraid, especially when I go and then they tell me I have to come back. You just don't know how scary that is, right? So my mom, when she was living, she would always comfort me. She did. And my older sister told me, once my mom passed away, she told me, she said, you don't know this, but mama always, here we go. What the heck? I know I should have put the do not disturb on. I have another phone, but still, the darn thing. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, I'm not on the phone. The heck? Ah. So let me put it on do not disturb. I do not like no unnecessary noise or anything going on when I'm talking. Okay, I already have it on over here. Sorry about that, y'all. Sorry. I hate when noise like that happens, and it don't happen until you get on the phone or live or something. Hold on, y'all. I have another phone, as I said. So anyhow, my sister told me that my mom was always, worried about that part of me. And so when I would have to go get my mammograms, oftentimes I would have to go back. Let me show you something here. I had got a mammogram one time. It was on my right breast. And I have never had nothing like that happen. Okay. So when I go back there, this is what I was married to my second husband. They told him he could come back there with me. To keep it real, at that point in my life, the marriage was gone, okay? But still, for the support. Mm-mm. I went back there. I was afraid. I was laying on the table, and the doctor and his assistants, okay, said a prayer. See, when you tell the truth, good things come to you. They said a prayer, and when they said that prayer and did what they had to do, I was like, a sigh of relief came over me, like it wasn't that bad, anyways. It's just the unknown, right? So that's why I said I'm not telling anyone anything like I'm a doctor, nurse, physician, disclaimer, psychologist, or anything. I'm speaking on experiences, okay? I'm speaking on things that people are knowing, and I'm talking about preventions and awarenesses, okay? I would call my mom and I would be afraid. And she would tell me these words: "You're going to be okay, Lisa." Okay. So when she passed away in 2014, I want to say maybe 2 other times after that, I have had biopsies. And I would be so afraid. But for some reason or another, I got stronger and I would pray about it because I said, you know what? My mom's not here to comfort me when I go get my mammograms. Afraid. And this month, for some reason or another, and it's not just because of this month, I keep memories alive with my mom. Okay, I don't care. I talk about her a lot, and it does. Certain things can make you sad, but I talk about things that memories. Just say it like that. Ain't no other way to say it. I ain't icing in the cake. But the things that I'm going through right now, a lot of people keep telling me, "How are you strong? How are you strong?" I've been, I lost my mind. I don't know what I would do. You better than me. Don't nobody know how someone is going through something in the pit of their soul. I say that because I'm speaking and crying out to my mom. So it's there, okay? I've been talking about mental health. Someone has said to me, because they prayed or said prayer for me, at night is the worstest for me. It is. And I think that has something to do with, throughout the day you doing things and you busy. But when you laying yourself down about to get relaxed, just like I said, I think yesterday, you know how you can have a cold throughout the day, you fine, but when it's time to go to sleep or a toothache or something, everything want to bother you at night. Yes, I pray faithfully. Matter of fact, I don't just pray, I talk to God. I talks to him. hmm And so my granddaughter hears me. Like I said, we share rooms. At nighttime, when I'm getting peaceful in my mind, that's when your mind seems to wander. But also, I pray to God and I tell him to take that from me. But I'm going to tell you something. I got off the phone with one of my sisters just a few minutes ago, and she's a worry wart. Her daughter came up missing, okay? And this was September of 2018. And November of that year, I want to say the same day or the day before Thanksgiving, she got the notice. I'm not thinking negative. Everybody said, why are you keeping it together? I'm okay, but I'm not okay. I'm also keeping, that's what you call keeping hope alive. And I'm also trying to stay in my faith and believing. I'm not trying to be all negative about it, but I'm gonna tell you one damn thing. This is my child. The reason why I'm talking about it, because anybody out there, and this is the whole reason why I talk about it. I got another page, Mona's Vegan Lifestyle. You go on down the thing. I have made that page. Basically, I didn't know what YouTube was about at first. So, you get on there for music. Back in the day, it was for music. A lot of music. You didn't hear too much about content creators and all this, that, monetization. And so I was just putting music on there. I got a playlist. And when I moved in this apartment, I said this before, in 2018, I wanted to get up and drink my coffee and sit right here by the window and talk about. I didn't have no furniture in my house. I had a chair and I sit there and look outside and stuff like that. And I started saying little inspirational, motivational stuff on that page. That's why I'm just a little backstory. So I had that page way before this one. I had that, I think, in 2009. And then this page right here, I'm talking about the YouTube channel, 2013, just posting stuff, okay? But something in my spirit just told me to start being into the motivational part, prayers, all in, okay? And I said that too because I shared this story 2 days ago, maybe, about me praying and staying focused, what it done for me, okay? And you can't always be into the negative thought of stuff. I'm worried like hell about my daughter. I can't cry about it. I done cried. I'm worried. But I leave it also in God's hand because I'm not trying to think the worst. So, mental health. And as I said, that person said, God bless you for your mental health. Okay. I didn't take it like, oh, no. It can make you have a mental state of going through something. But my daughter has the mental issues. Okay. Is she crazy? No. One wouldn't call her crazy. My baby graduate Head Start, kindergarten, grade school into middle school to high school to college. Mhm. All walked across the line, cap and gown. Okay. She went to Concord Medical Assistant. Okay. This is what you call traumas that you go through throughout your life. And through the course of life, things happen to you. My children had a loving father, active father, mhm, loving, concerned father. He was in the military. He's not here no more, okay? My children have a supportive, loving, caring mother. hmm I don't turn my back on my children. Have I got mad? Yeah. They're my babies. But my child is out here in this world, and everybody's not bad either. I'm not saying that. That needs help. hmm This world, someone in this world decided to do something to my child. And so I say that to say, I just got to say, prayed up. If you know anybody that's suffering from mental illnesses, any kind of addictions, or anything, seek help. And she was doing that. So that's where the story do a little turn. What happened? I don't know. Mm-mm. But things is happening. I'm working on some things. And I don't want nobody telling me something negative about it. Because why would I just think negative? I want to find my child. I want my child to be healthy. I want to know. And I'm going to tell you something. This is a little thing that's kind of puzzling to me. I sent my daughter some money through Cash App, $10. I sent her some money about 3-4 weeks ago. I think it was the 18th of December. Okay. It came back, because you can go and check your receipts or your email. However, still receipts, proof. And I said, whoa. But here we go. Transparency, don't lie. I forgot that she had gotten them a new Cash App address thingy, or whatever you want to call it. And she gave it to me, but I forgot. Okay. So I said, okay, because Cash App will give you your money back. And you don't know it, but it gets sent back to you. So being that I knew that she had a new one because she shared it with me, and this was on the 18th of December. So I don't know why. I hope I'm saying the dates right. Well, nevertheless, I figured out she had a new one. She told me. So I sent her Monday of this week $10. Okay. Tell me why it's still pending. And I said, whoa. That ain't like her. And one of my kids to tell you, she gonna ask you for some money, and when you send it, she's gonna get that. She's gonna get that money. And when you send money through Cash App, anyways, it would be if you could get to some kind of computer or a phone, it's gonna show you. You can look up on a notification or go in your email, and it's gonna show you that money was sent. Also, if you have a Cash App, it's gonna show you that someone sent you some money. It'll show you if somebody requests for some money. It's still pending. I just checked it for about maybe 15, 20 minutes before I got on here. Pending. So I say, I don't know if my baby hungry. I said, send it. She might get her something at McDonald's, at the store, some chips, bologna bread, or something to drink. So that's why I'm sharing this with anyone. I'm not getting the details where she's living at and all this stuff, but this is my child. And I wish somebody tell me something, and I wish somebody would tell me, what are you worried about? She's grown. I'm gonna worry about all my kids. I don't care how grown they is. I love them. I'm a mother. I won't turn my back on them. I can shy away if they piss me off, but those are my kids. And that's the only thing that's on my heart. So when one tell me, how are you doing it? Grace, faith, believing. And that's all I got right now, you know? So it's for real. I just want to figure out how to do it. And I think I might call someone. I want to start an organization for mental health. I mentioned it on a couple of lives back. I said, you know what I don't understand? Think about it. You can go and look at it because I said it a couple of days ago. How is it that, remember the Jerry Lewis telethon? How is it that there's so many organizations out there? Picture this: cancer, diabetes, Kidney Foundation, American Cross, Red Cross, you just name a few. Veterans, all this VFW, American Legions, all these things. And I understand there's a protocol of things that you got to do to get what you need. You have people out here that is needing medicine that is not able to get it. Everybody is not poor, but if you have a condition that you have to rely on to live, and you call up one of these organizations and tell them, they give you a runaround or can't help you. They need to stop with that. I said the Jerry Lewis telethon, hell, that's been going on ever since I was at home a little kid. I remember what the thing lasts for a week or whatever. Jerry Lewis and people picking up the phones, and you could be in the mall at your location or where you live. There's people in the phone centers and all this different stuff like this here. And you mean to tell me you don't have a cure? You'll never find a cure if you're not. Hello, you'll never find a cure if you're not trying to apply to it. I don't believe these people is trying. That's my opinion. Okay, I'm not being a negative Nancy. And I say this: if I had an organization, one would be Kidney Foundation, and I probably would go with mental health right now. But there's about 5 that I can go with. And if God bless me to be rich or whatever, I'm going to give to each one of those organizations that I want to give to. Diabetes, cancer, kidney. I want to give to a homeless. And now it's going to be mental health. I think that should be at the top. And the only reason why I say mental health should be at the top, because anything that you go through in life that's tragic, or what you call it, a trigger, or anything, illness, mental sets in there. Okay, something that you're not used to, or whatever. You find out this, sadness sets in. I mean, you could pray and have faith, but sometimes in there, that sadness is going to sit in there, and people's mental state that don't get talked about enough. And I had started back talking about it on my other page. And what was it, 2021? Yes, because of something that happened to a family member of mine. And so I know a lot of people that is really right now going through a lot of mental stuff because of sadness. And it's sadness that, loved ones, health issues or what have you, and stuff like that. That's what I don't want no more. I've been sad like that. And I speak about it and talk about it because I'm so genuinely real about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see these veterans at the corners and stuff like that. Should no one that served the United States Army, Marines, Navy, National Guards, what have you, Navy, if I didn't say them, whatever branch it is. I was a military wife, okay? My kid's father, who's in the Army, and he joined the Army Reserves once he got out of the Army. Actively. Okay? Retired. I was that wife. I lived a military life. And I don't care. I honor our men and women that salute, that serves for our country. And I say that to the core pit of my soul. They should not. They should be evaluated, of course. And once they're evaluated, they need to have more housing, medical facilities, and stuff like that for these people. Because I don't care. You going over there, most of them don't come back the same way. You see things. And I, confidentially, well, there's things I can't discuss that my kid's father told me he saw. And I really believe he went over there and came back different. And my sister's husband did too. Both of them was stationed in the same military installation, which was Fort Riley, Kansas. Yeah. Who would have thought, right? Me and my sister. So I just say that. And I'm just so serious with it. I'm going to see if I can start. I don't know how to start. I might do some research or whatever. But people got to take people's mental state seriously. I said I got tough skin. I know I do. But if you look at a person, that's why I said you can't judge a book by its cover, and stop being so judgmental of people, because we don't know what no one's going through. Now, my thing is this: example, opinion, just saying. If a person is addicted to drugs, for instance, just saying, example, and they probably done stole from you, you know what? That does not make it right that they steal from you. And I'm speaking from experience of a loved one that I helped, okay? True story, no fabrication, no lie. Been hurt and all the things. But that was my loved one that I helped through that situation. And yes, it takes a lot out of you. But I did not turn my back. Rubbed, hugged, cried, helped with cramps and all the things. People go through this stage where their bones and their they get dehydrated from being on that end for so long, and their joints and stuff. I know a lot. No, I ain't never did it. I said a loved one. True story. And I say this. That's why I said we can't sit up here and always talk about the thing. I don't understand why people would want to down people that live in Section 8 or housing. Let me tell you something. I talked to this guy before, and this was in 1999. And he invited me out to lunch. And I met him there. And I was there. And I was waiting to be seated because it was one of those nice restaurants. He came through. I knew what he looked like, the whole 9 yards and stuff like that. I did not ride with him because I didn't know him. I met him there. Got in there. And we started conversing and talking more and more. Suit and tie type of guy. He was in that restaurant and he had a tab and order what you want and I got you and you sure that's all you want type of person. So we were sitting there talking. He said, Can I tell you something? I said, sure. You ain't gonna believe where I live. I'm like, okay, good job. Dress, like I said, suit and tie, Scouts honor truth. He said, I live in the hood or in the projects. Okay. He said, but if you came inside my home, you'd be blown away. So I'm saying this as an example as why do people be so judgmental of people being on Section 8? That's government housing, that's free housing. And sometimes people ain't got no choice but to be on it because they can be disabled. Sometimes people done has some kind of meltdown trauma to where they can't work no more. So they get medical and food stamps and Section 8. Sometimes it could be a bounce back type of thing. So we're going to look at that person and judge them? Not I. Mm-mm. No, because I'm going to tell you something. I've been that person. All my life, and then I'm going to conclude this. I was the military wife, got married. I've been married twice. Husband worked, both of my husband was hardworking man, okay? Had a nice home and didn't want for nothing. Because we both worked. Okay. He matter of fact, he's still on the job. He's been on that job since 2005 because I filled out the application for him to get it because he claimed he couldn't read. But that's okay. He could. But anyhow, that's a story in itself. He's still on that job. And this is 2024. So that's almost what? 20 years or so? Getting paid because he got his OSHA license and stuff like that. I think he said if you go on a construction site, $40-something an hour. I was going to say a month, an hour. That's where I came from. Until my mama told me, you got to look out for yourself because of our marriage. Honey, oof. I had to go. I had to get out. And I applied for Section 8. I applied for Section 8. My oldest daughter, my youngest daughter, and her husband, we all did it. No lying, incomes included, all the things. Lived in a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2 full bath townhome in the suburbs. So when a person look at someone and say, ooh, they on Section 8. I bet you if you looked at that place, you wouldn't have thought it was a Section 8 place. I bet you if you didn't know my story until I just told you, I didn't come from that. I was a young military wife. I wasn't on no public housing or nothing like that. And if I had been, okay, so well. But I wasn't. My husband was in the Army. He's not here no more. My second husband worked. When I said work, bust his behind, okay? And I was a certified nurse's assistant. I worked too. We was both getting paid weekly. Didn't have a want for nothing. Nothing. But I'm using this as an example. All that stuff, that materialistic stuff. At one time, I thought like, oh my goodness, I'm so used to this lifestyle. When your mental state is not well, you will go through things, put up with things, but also you need to know to get out of things. Because they'll take you up and through things. We have to do better and be mindful. And that's where I came from a little bit. So on this note, I'm just on here recapping about certain things that I had done today, recap on a little bit of what I'm going through, and also things that people are still going through. Mental illness is an illness. And there's help out there. First off, yes, you have to want it. Don't sit around. I know somebody right now knowing they got mental illnesses and sick, and they sitting up there saying they don't need to go nowhere. And I'm sitting up there saying to you, true story, what the heck? Are you serious? In the person's face. Because I'm not going to dog nobody out. And I'm not trying to embarrass nobody. If we're on a one-on-one conversation, come on now, you need to do this. Come on, you know you need to. Don't sit up and say, ain't nothing wrong with me. And then you voice clip me, message, true story, okay? Message me, and you sound like you about to, it ain't good. Okay. So I'm saying that I can just try to support you. I can't force you. Oh, that rhyme. I could only try to support you. I can't force you. So, Ohana's, if nothing else, you're gonna hear out this woman's mouth. And 4 more days, God's will, I'll be turning another age. I'd be trying to spit bars, y'all. Another age. 58 years old. January the 30th. That's why I'm trying to keep it together. My age. I'm getting older, not old. And when I tell people 58, they say, get out. I was born January 30th, 1966, all day long, baby. Ain't no shame in my game. No shame. Nobody asked, I said it. I look good. I'm taking care of myself. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm working towards it. Ooh, that's all we can do is try. Don't say I can't. And you always do it for yourself. When you look at that mirror and say that you're doing it for yourself, I done came a long ways, y'all. And it ain't no easy process. But I say this, if you don't get started, how are you going to say you can't do it? I see so many women, I'm saying this, and I ain't bashing no man because I ain't putting no man in this because I can't say why. I see so many women going through things, and especially with children. Knowing they're going up and through it, constantly having babies, knowing that they're going through it, and you sit up there and say that you're not taking your child through nothing. What the heck? Yes, you are. Because, see, let me tell you something. First off, energy, okay? Second off, you're tired. So if you're tired of going through it, that's a mental draining thing. You're going to want to sleep or be away from the child or the children, the man or woman, who have you, or that's neglecting your kids because of you going through what you're going through. Vice versa, whoever, man, woman, man, men's go through things too. I'm not a one-sided person, okay? So how are you sitting up there saying, my kids is straight, my kids is okay, my kids is fine, they ain't going through nothing? Yes, they are, because when they see you sad and not giving the best version of yourself, kids observe. They might not let you know, but eventually they're going to come up to you and say, it's okay, mom, it's okay, dad, don't be sad, it's all right, we're going to be okay. But you see so much of it. You're taking your child through that trauma, and it don't have to be. Just because you're going through drama and trauma, ooh, goodness, girl, you testifying today. That don't mean you have to take your kids through it. If you're in a marriage or relationship with someone and you got kids and you're not getting along with that significant other, you're having problems on top of problems, on top of problems, on top of problems, you being a single parent, dads, moms, is not a bad thing. Stop using the excuse, well, he, she, is so used to me and him being together or her being together. That's a cop out. I'm that person. I don't believe that, because I would rather for me and that significant other person, husband, whatever, to go our separate ways so we can be a better person in our minds to raise our children to be the best that we can be for them. It ain't about you. That's my opinion. So, Ohana's, we are family. You know why? Because I said so. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm.